Have you ever wondered about the benefits of growing your own food in a sustainable, eco-friendly way? Well, you're not alone. Organic gardening is a practice that's gaining popularity worldwide, and for good reasons. Organic gardening is all about cultivating plants naturally, without the use of synthetic fertilizers or pesticides. It's a way of gardening that's in harmony with nature, creating a thriving, biodiverse ecosystem right in your backyard. There are many benefits to this. For starters, it's good for your health. Organic vegetables and fruits are free of harmful chemicals, and many people say they taste better too. Then there's the environmental aspect. Organic gardening helps to reduce pollution, conserve water, and combat climate change by reducing carbon emissions. But perhaps the most satisfying benefit of all is the personal satisfaction that comes from growing your own food. There's something incredibly rewarding about nurturing a plant from seed to harvest, and knowing that you've done it in a way that's kind to our planet. Starting your own organic garden is not only rewarding but also contributes to a healthier planet. Proper planning is a crucial first step in your organic gardening journey. So, where do we start? Well, the first thing to consider is location. Your garden needs to be in a spot where it can bask in at least 6 hours of sunlight each day. Sunlight is like the fuel your plants run on, so don't skimp on it. Next, let's talk about soil. The foundation of a healthy garden, soil quality can make or break your organic oasis. Look for soil that's rich in organic matter, well-draining and full of life. You'll want to feel the soil, smell it, even taste it if you're brave enough. Now on to garden design. Think of your garden as a mini ecosystem. You're not just growing plants, you're cultivating a whole community of organisms. That's where companion planting comes in handy. It's all about pairing plants that help each other out, like tomatoes and basil. They're not just tasty together on a plate, they actually help each other grow. Biodiversity is another key aspect. The more variety, the merrier. Different plants attract different beneficial insects and organisms that keep your garden healthy. Finally, remember to start small. It's easy to get carried away with grand plans, but a smaller, well-managed garden can yield more than a large, neglected one. With a well-planned garden, you're setting the stage for a thriving, organic ecosystem. So grab your gardening gloves and let's get planning. Rich, fertile soil is the foundation of any successful garden. The journey to a lush, organic garden begins beneath our feet. Soil is more than just dirt. It's a living, breathing ecosystem that nourishes our plants. To ensure your garden thrives, it's important to understand your soil's current condition. A simple soil test can reveal a wealth of information, including the pH level and the presence of essential nutrients. These kits are readily available online or at your local garden center. Test results will guide you in amending your soil, ensuring it has the right balance to support plant growth. Amending the soil is a crucial step. This involves adding organic matter like compost, well-rotted manure, or leaf mold to improve the soil's structure, fertility, and water-holding capacity. If you're preparing a bed, remove any weeds or grass and dig in the organic matter. For container gardens, mix your organic matter with a good quality potting soil. Now let's talk about composting. This is nature's way of recycling organic material, turning kitchen scraps and yard waste into black gold for your garden. Starting a compost pile is as simple as choosing a location, layering your green and brown materials, and turning the pile occasionally to speed up the decomposition process. And there you have it. A bit of preparation and understanding can transform your soil into a fertile haven for your plants. Remember, healthy soil means healthy plants. Choosing the right plants for your garden can make all the difference. It's crucial to consider your local climate and soil conditions. Some plants love the sun while others thrive in the shade. Certain varieties prefer sandy soil, others do well in clay. A quick internet search or visit to a local nursery can provide helpful guidance. Then there's the choice between starting from seeds or purchasing young plants. Starting from seeds can be rewarding and cost-effective, especially if you're planning a large garden. There's a sense of accomplishment in nurturing a plant from its earliest stages. On the other hand, buying young plants, often called starts, gives you a head start. It's a great option if you're eager to see results sooner. Just ensure they're organic and non-GMO for the healthiest and most sustainable garden. Remember, diversity is key, so consider a mix of vegetables, herbs, and flowers to encourage a balanced ecosystem. Choosing the right plants for your garden is a vital step in ensuring a successful harvest. Now that you've selected your plants, let's dive into the planting process. The first step to effectively planting your garden is understanding the difference between planting seeds and seedlings. Seeds are the embryonic plants encased in a protective outer covering, while seedlings are young plants that have already sprouted from the seed. If you're starting with seeds, they'll need to be sown into the soil. For seedlings, you'll need to transplant them into your garden. When it comes to seeds, the key is to plant them at the right depth. A good rule of thumb is to plant seeds at a depth twice their width. So, for tiny seeds like lettuce or carrots, you'll just sprinkle them onto the surface of the soil and lightly cover them. For larger seeds like beans or sunflowers, you'll need to push them deeper into the soil. Next, let's talk about spacing. Proper spacing is crucial to ensure your plants have enough room to grow and thrive. Each type of plant has its own spacing requirements, so make sure to check the seed packet or plant tag for specific instructions. If in doubt, it's better to err on the side of giving plants more space. Watering is another essential aspect of planting. After sowing seeds or transplanting seedlings, you'll want to water the area thoroughly. Keep the soil consistently moist, but not waterlogged. Overwatering can lead to root rot, while underwatering can cause your plants to wilt and die. Timing is everything in gardening. The best time to plant varies based on the crop and your local climate. Some plants prefer the cool weather of early spring or fall, while others need the heat of summer to thrive. Again, your seed packet or plant tag should provide guidance on the best planting times. Remember, the goal is to create a healthy and productive garden. And while there may be a bit of trial and error involved, following these planting techniques will set you on the right path. Proper planting techniques can significantly enhance the growth and yield of your garden. Keeping your garden healthy also means keeping it free from pests and diseases. This, however, doesn't mean reaching for the nearest bottle of chemical pesticides. In organic gardening, we embrace natural methods to manage these challenges. One such method is companion planting. This is the practice of planting different crops in proximity for pest control, pollination, providing habitat for beneficial creatures, and maximizing the use of space. For example, marigolds can deter certain nematodes and other pests, while basil planted near tomatoes can repel flies and mosquitoes. In addition to companion planting, beneficial insects can be a gardener's best friend. Ladybugs, lacewings, spiders, and even certain types of wasps help control pest populations in your garden. These tiny warriors can often keep potential infestations in check. Homemade remedies also offer a hands-on approach to pest and disease management. Simple concoctions like a garlic or chili spray or a soap and water mixture can deter a wide range of pests. For fungal diseases, a baking soda and water solution can often do the trick. It's important to remember, though, that a healthy garden will naturally deter pests and diseases. Good soil, proper watering, and crop rotation are key elements in preventing problems before they start. So forget about those chemical pesticides and fertilizers. Opt for these natural methods instead, and create a thriving, eco-friendly oasis right in your own backyard. Remember, organic gardening is about working with nature, not against it. Maintaining your garden is a labor of love and the key to a bountiful harvest. It's the daily ritual of connecting with nature and nurturing the plants that will eventually grace your dining table. Let's start with watering. It's essential, yet easy to get wrong. Too little, and your plants will wilt. Too much, and you risk root rot. As a general rule, water deeply and less often, rather than little and often. This encourages roots to grow deeper, making your plants hardier. Next, weeding. It's not the most glamorous part of gardening, but it's vital. Weeds compete with your plants for nutrients, water, and sunlight. Regular weeding keeps them in check and your plants happy. Mulching is another important task. Mulch is a layer of organic material like compost or straw spread on the surface of the soil. It helps retain moisture, suppress weeds, and slowly enrich the soil. Now let's talk about harvesting. The when and how to harvest depends on the crop. Generally, you want to harvest when the plant is at peak flavor. For example, salad greens are best when young and tender, while tomatoes need to ripen fully on the vine. Remember, each plant is unique. Be patient, observe, and learn from your garden. It's a process of trial and error, of learning and growth. With regular care and attention, you'll be rewarded with a thriving garden and a delicious harvest. Starting an organic garden may seem daunting, but remember, every gardener was once a beginner. The journey to a thriving organic garden is a series of small, achievable steps, each one bringing you closer to your goal. Start by selecting a suitable location and planning your garden layout. Prepare your soil with love, understanding its nature. Choose plants that are well suited to your local climate and soil conditions. Remember, planting is an art as much as it is a science. Learn about different planting techniques and get your hands dirty. Take care of your garden by maintaining it regularly, and harvesting at the right time. And when pests and diseases show up, as they inevitably will, approach them organically. Don't let these challenges discourage you. Instead, see them as opportunities to learn and grow. Most importantly, enjoy the process. Revel in the simple pleasure of watching your plants grow and flourish. Celebrate the fruits or vegetables of your labor. So, are you ready to dig in and start your organic gardening journey? Happy gardening!